I'm Paul Markwell. I'm here with Ed Monser, President of Emerson. Hello Ed, thanks for joining.
Pleasure to be here.
Great, we're here talking about technology, digitalization. Ed, why don't you tell us a little bit about your business and your interests in India?
Okay. Well, Emerson is a global company focused on automation and really automation for optimal performance. And here this week what we're talking about is that performance in the oil and gas segment.
Yeah, performance enhancement. We hear a lot about digitalization, automation, as you've mentioned there. What do you think? Is that like a revolution for the industry? How would you describe that?
You know, maybe it's been a long time coming, but at this point in time, the benefits of digitalization are really profound. And we used to talk about percentages, single percentage points or parts of points, and now we're seeing 10, 20, 30, 40% improvement due to digitalization, really as it drives the optimization models that are available upstream, midstream, and downstream.
So upstream, midstream, downstream, you're thinking capital projects and operating?
Right. Well, we can demonstrate improvement in both environments. Huge improvement on the project side and project execution, but on the ongoing operational side, improvements in safety, emissions, efficiency, uptime, availability, all those things are showing dramatic improvement.
Right, and now you operate globally, obviously. You've seen projects executed globally. We're here in India right now, so what about the local operating environment and how does that impact the opportunity to apply some of these techniques around automation, digitalization?
Well, we like to talk about the performance in tiers, and we've looked at the performance globally of the projects over the last decade and then put them into quartiles. First, second, third, and fourth, first quartile being the best, and with the normal math and statistics to go with that. And we do see some first quartile performance here in India, but the overwhelming majority right now of projects that are on the books are what we would call tier 3 projects, projects not taking full advantage of the technology that's out there. And so we're here talking about that opportunity, talking about how things can be improved, much of it driven by what's called the L1 process, the L1 bid process. And in that, all the businesses have to be equal, a price-only choice. And when you're in the middle of a technology revolution and a technology explosion, having everybody in that environment means you go to the lowest common denominator, not the best performance. So we're talking about that and talking about where those opportunities are for dramatic improvement. What we see across the world, same kind of project done in half the time, same kind of project done at half the cost. And those things done on the front end versus gradual improvement over a longer period of time.
So maybe a little bit of work to do then to try to demonstrate the added value in some of the Indian projects. Would you say, do you differentiate between like greenfield and brownfield in terms of opportunity to apply some of these technologies?
Well, they can be applied and scaled throughout. So we can do brownfield or greenfield. But in India, what you typically see is an L1 project done at the lowest possible cost, and then a long series of brownfield improvements, so piece by piece. And the challenge is, can't we do more of this today on the front end and deliver more value to India sooner rather than spread it out over a 10-year period?
Right. Well, this is an exciting time, I think, in the industry. The technology, automation, digitalization coming through. And I guess this is a conversation we'll continue. And I think maybe we'll continue it, Ed, at CERAWeek in Houston.
Well, I'd be delighted to and continue to make progress. So thank you, Paul.
Great. Thanks, Ed.